you've been in the intelligence business pretty much the majority of your life, and one of the things, as director of the CIA and chairman of the Intelligence Committee in Congress, has been protecting national secrets, making sure people don't have what they shouldn't have, especially foreign entities, foreign governments. Why do you think Hillary Clinton set up a personal server outside the U.S. secure system in her bathroom?
Well, I will answer it two ways. I will answer it from an intelligence perspective. That was a very bad idea, and it's not normal, and that's not the way we do business, and that's not the way a Secretary of State should be handling her comms. And I didn't think anybody in the world would think a Secretary of State would be handling her comms that way. So that's the intelligence view. Do I think the law has been broken? Yeah, I do. I'm not familiar with all of the ins and outs, but I've got a definite feeling that if I'd done something like that, I would not be here, and I would be in a different place in a different suit. And I deserve to be, because that from an intelligence point of view, it's stupid. Okay, so the next question, and not only is it stupid leads to dangerous leads to death in the intelligence world, and you try and avoid that trail. Now, answering it from the point of view of why do I think she did it, I don't have an intelligence answer for that, but I have a personal answer. And the personal answer is that I truly believe it was a matter of transparency. I don't think she wanted her activities and her business and so forth available to the public as a public record. I think that she felt that it would be antithetical to her hopes for her political future. And I honestly believe that's why she did it. I cannot think of a single reason why. I mean, convenience? Come on. I mean, I don't think anybody's buying that. But I go back to, what have I seen, what have I experienced in my life with people who willfully try and hide information? Well, can I think of a case? Well, I can think of a lot of cases with national security information. John Deutsch, took his computer home because he's a workaholic and he wanted to work at home. Stupid, paid a penalty, and shouldn't have done it, and he knows it, and got pardoned, and should have been, frankly. It was dumb. It created exposure. Didn't have to be there, but there was no mischief involved. It wasn't. It was John trying to do a better job as a director. I go to my next one. I think of a guy like, say, Sandy Berger. Okay, may he rest in peace. Sandy was a very decent guy. I know him, and I liked him, and I worked with him, and we did the Rockets to Khartoum together stuff and things like that. But when somebody willfully goes into the archives and tries to smuggle documents out, and you find out what those documents were about and who's benefiting from that smuggling, suddenly the Clinton name seems to come back in again. Think now, who would put his legal career at risk doing something like that? That's stupid.
But understanding the transparency, you're saying from personal opinion, not an intelligence opinion, that as you think that she did this because of aspirations for running for president, but what would she want to not be public?
Well, I haven't seen emails.
No, but is it illegal activity? What?
No, a lot of people have tried to connect dots and put this together, and I don't have any great wisdom. I mean, it may have something to do with a foundation, or there was just too much mixing of personal versus, and so you could say, well, you see, there was convenience. Well, no, it isn't, because one of the requirements of being Secretary of State is to separate those things, and it's not a matter of convenience. It's a necessity of national security. So, I don't buy the argument. If you ask me what she was trying to hide, I don't know, because I haven't read them all. But my guess is that she felt it was just easier to do this way, so she didn't have a lot of explaining to do. What was this about? What was this about? Because everybody knows that opposition research, come election time, gets down and dirty very quickly. And any trail of emails, any record, anything you've ever done or said is going to be out there. And if you just take it off the table so nobody sees it, how much easier is it to skate along?
But don't you think the ironic thing of this whole episode is there's a good possibility that one of the governments that possibly hacked, if anybody hacked, or an individual that hacked this, that those 30,000 emails, that's over 30,000 emails that supposedly she deleted, eventually become public.
I think that the potential for embarrassment is much greater than Mr. Snowden. I have huge confidence in Mr. Comey to do the law enforcement job. I'm afraid I can't quite say the same for the Department of Justice these days. I'm not really sure where they are or what they're doing, and I go back to the days of Eric Holder. The only two words I have remembered about Eric Holder were Mark Rich, and there was a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.